This is why we love the UFC. This is why I'm a huge fan of the UFC, of MMA, of combat sports. Things like this is what make us excited. Guys, you see this message, you see this picture here. This picture here, right here, should be the picture of UFC 307. If after what you saw, you are not amazed by the performance of this guy, by the show he brought, by the fight he brought. If you watch my last video, guys, I told you, this guy is going to give Pereira the run for his money. After what you watched, you don't respect this guy, because I see throughout the week of the fight week, he was disrespected. Many people say he doesn't believe what he's saying. Many people counted him out. Many people said he's going to get knocked out. He won in the first round. People are saying it's not even going to be a fight. But I told you, I said, this guy is going to shock the world. But I didn't say he's going to win the fight. What I said is Pereira, Poatan, is the massive and was the massive favorite coming into this fight. And it is right for a reason. Khalil Rountree Jr. throughout this week was very calm. Because I know when somebody is going to give it all. Throughout the week, I was watching the fight week. I was watching the embedded. I was following it up. I said, this fight is going to be a banger. It's going to be bloody. But after what you saw, and you don't give respect to Khalil Jr., you don't give him a respect. I mean, you're not an MMA fan. You're not a UFC fan. You're just an hypocrite. First 2 rounds, if you people will come out and tell me after first 2 rounds that Pereira is going to win this fight, I think there are very few of them. Nobody will come out and tell me after that first 2 rounds, after what they saw, Pereira will still win that fight. The only problem, if you look at Khalil Rountree Jr., the week leading to this fight, he broke his nose. If you look at his nose, it is broken. So that was an opening for Alex Pereira. After that first 2 rounds, many people, for the first time, after easy fight, for the first time, Pereira lost his first 2 rounds after Israel fight. I've not seen somebody put Alex Pereira in deep waters since Adesanya fight. But this guy showed people that Pereira could still be knocked out. And Pereira didn't knock him out. It was stoppage, but it was bloody. We all knew after the first 2 rounds, getting to the 3rd round, I knew the cardio is going to hit him. I knew cardio is going to hit him. Pereira already said it, even the live press conference, or the final face-off, I mean. Pereira said the pressure will be too much on him and he's going to quit. And that is what happened. You go into a fight with Alex Pereira. You know that it's either you get knocked out or you knock him out. The first 2 rounds, we showed people, if other people watch that fight, the first 2 rounds showed people that Alex Pereira could still be knocked out. The first round, he got rocked. The second round, he got rocked. Massive respect, massive applause, and massive congrats to Alex Pereira team. I mean, what a guy. What a stud. What a person they've brought into the UFC. In just a short span, this guy has already defeated 5 champions, defended his belt, and been a champion in 2 weight class. This is the same guy people thought, because of Israel Adesanya, the history he has with him, that's why they brought him to this fight. People thought this guy is not going to be up there. People thought this guy is just going to be dragged onto the floor, which is somehow is true, because most of the guys that fight him, at some point, they don't try to wrestle him. This same guy that people said is not going to be up. And now, as we speak, He is the face of the UFC. Man, what a fight. What a fight. I could see after that third round, and even the first 2 rounds, the first 3 rounds, for me, I could give it to Khalil. It was the ending of the third round that he busted his nose open. That is where Khalil started having problem. But that fourth round should be in one of the best rounds in the history of UFC. This guy was knocked out. I mean, this guy was down. The blood was all over his face, but still, he fought down to the 26 seconds. If this guy could be able to stand, to have gone high for him after this fight. For what he displayed in the fourth round. For what that guy displayed in that fourth round. The heart, the endurance, the toughness, the will, the spirit, the perseverance after, imagine being hit not once, not twice, not three, up to 20 shots in one round from Alex Pereira. Look at Alex Pereira's last 3 to 4 fights. All ended in a knockout. Nobody could be able to stand with this guy. But this guy, being bloody, being blinded by blood, his face was cut, his nose was opened, the eyes was cut, almost all his face was dismantled. But this guy was standing there. He didn't quit. I mean, after this fight, Khalil Rountree is stock skyrocket. It's gone super high. His stock. What a fighter. I never expected this. I expected him to shock the world. He did. He did actually shock the world. He did actually show people that he could actually knock Pereira out. But there are levels to this game. There are levels to this game. I mean, what a fighter Alex Pereira is. Who can beat him in that division? Can somebody tell me who can beat him in that division? A lot of people are saying Ankalaev, Ankalaev, Ankalaev. Ankalaev might be another Khiri Prohaska. I'm telling you the truth. Because when you start a fight, you don't start a fight on the ground. You start a fight on the feet. Ankalaev came out and said he's going to fight with his hand. He's not going to put him on the floor. That you think he's going to knock Alex Pereira out. Well, Rountree Jr., this is what he said. And look at how it ended for him. Wow. What a fighter. What a fight. What a fight. Like I said, Rountree Jr. now, what he just has to do is just recover, rest, and come back again. Because I still see him, what you just have to do as well is to add a little bit of cardio to his game. 5 rounds. Because Alex Pereira is going to be on your face every minute, every time. If you look at the fight, Alex Pereira, that's one thing he has. Intimidate people with his presence. He's right in front of you. Every minute, every time. Go to the left, he's in front of you. He never leaves you. You go to the right, it's just a matter of time. And he uses his kicks very well. I honestly thought Rountree Jr. would have used more of his kicks. Because if you look at the second round, one of his kicks touched Alex Pereira in his ribs and he felt it. He just standed into the cage, Alex Pereira. He felt it. If I was Rountree, I would have made advantage of that position. But what a fight. If you are not impressed by Rountree Jr., if you are not impressed by what he did in this fight, I don't know what will be able to please you. There is no one who will come out and said they are not impressed by Rountree Jr. But what a fight. Like I told you, this should be the face of UFC 307. Let's go quickly. Let's make it quick and go into some of the other fights that was in the card, which are the co-main events. Pena and Pennington. It was a good fight. I thought Pennington won the fight. I don't know what the judges are doing there. Most of these judges are just smoking. How can you record that fight? We all watched this fight. Pennington for me won that fight 3-2 rounds. He knocked out Pena 2 times in that fight. I don't know what the judges were doing. Same to Aldo fight. How can you, of all people, say Aldo lost that fight? Aldo outstrike that guy. That guy just was pushing Aldo to the cage. He didn't take Aldo down. He didn't bring him to the floor. Aldo striking was way better than him, and you still make Aldo lose that fight. It's crazy. The Kayla Harrison fight. The Kayla Harrison fight as well. What a fight. Like I told you, that lady is scary. What he just have to do is just bring them down into the mat and submit them. That is what he has to do. She has to do. And also she has to learn how to strike. She's a good fighter. She's a massive fighter. She should just learn how to strike, and nobody will be able to beat her in that division. But I think this was the toughest fight because the girl really ripped her forehead open. I mean, if you look at that, her forehead was swollen and it was full of blood. But for me, a fight should be improved by striking. I think what you just have to do is just strike, 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 and bring the girls down, and that's all. I think it's just a matter of time she will be the champion of the bantamweight in the female division. Kevin Holland and Dolitze. I wish speedy recovery for Kevin Holland, man. He broke his ribs. What a fighter. He was literally controlling the fight, Kevin Holland, and I thought he won some of the aspect of the fight until that moment he broke his ribs. And yeah, massive kudos to Dolitze for his win. A win is a win either way. You just have to accept it. Kevin Holland, just go back, recover himself, and then come back and do what you do. Guys, I mean, UFC 307, stacked card, good fighters, but God, my own mind, what a main event. Rountree should be proud of himself, should be really proud of himself. He is a massive fighter and he has gained respect of the UFC fans. While Alex Pereira is on his way to become, if not the greatest, one of the greatest to ever do it. Until next time, guys, peace.